Hey guys, what's up? So today I'm coming at you live with a new video, and this is all about my tattoos and piercing experiences and all of that good stuff associated with getting a new tattoo or piercing. I get a lot of questions on my personal tats and piercings, so I know a lot of people are curious. So I'm just going to go over some of my most asked questions pertaining to my own. If I don't answer some of your guys' questions, or if you have any more, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below and I'll be sure to answer your question, because I know that there's a lot of questions and researching you want to do before you get a new tattoo or piercing. So I want to make sure I help you guys in the best way possible before you go and actually get one, if you're debating about getting one or not. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into this video. So my oldest piercings, of course, are just my regular low piercing. I got them done when I was super young. Don't recall them. I'm pretty sure a lot of females have those low piercings, and you don't really recall them because our parents probably got them done on us when we were really young. So those are the first two I have, basic, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't hurt that bad. Lobe was probably the most or least painful piercing to get. On to my next piercing. So my next piercing I got was actually my industrial, and I'll bring you guys in so you can see it. So this is my industrial barbell. I love this one. It all in all was super expensive because of the place I went to, but I love it. One of my friends recommended I go get it, so I did, and I am happy I did it. I got this about 2.5, almost 3 years ago, and this particular barbell is the only one I've ever had in my ear. This is the first one I purchased, and it's been in my ear ever since. I lost the top to it, but it's whatever, it's Gucci. So this all in all cost me about $160 with the barbell, the piercing, and the tip. It wasn't a horrible experience. It did hurt quite a bit because they go through one side, of course, and then they go through the other, and I want to say the second side was definitely hurt more than the first piercing. So I was the scariest thing I've ever done because I was super young. I want to say I was about 14 or 15 when I got it done, and yeah, wasn't that fun, but got it done. It was worth it. I still have it and I still love it. So the next thing I got done was this beauty right here, my conch. I can't remember what it's specifically called, but this one. So this one is I'm gonna call it the conch. It could be conch, I don't know. And I got this done, I want to say 1.5 to 2 years ago. This one didn't hurt at all. I honestly don't remember going and getting it done. That sounds horrible, but I don't remember going and getting it done. I don't remember the pain being bad at all. My piercer did it and it was over, and he was amazing, and he just did it real quick. So super easy piercing, but I really like it. I love the flower I have in it right now. So as you guys can see, I have that little gem flower in there, and it's the blue one, I believe. And it's just really pretty, and I love it. And it's actually a thumbnail piercing, so you can easily separate the two, unlike my industrial where I have to unscrew it. But this one wasn't bad at all. Don't remember the pain, so guarantee you it wasn't that bad. The next thing I got my nose done, and my nose didn't hurt bad at all. I teared up a little bit because he was so close to my eye when he was, of course, putting the needle through my nose, but it wasn't bad. The pain was super tolerable, super easy. It lasts like maybe 2 minutes. Started off with a stud, so from him cleaning the stud to him actually putting it in my nose and cleaning it up took maybe 2 minutes tops. It wasn't bad. I teared up a lot just because he's so close to my nose, and if you guys know, if you have any like irritation in your nose area, you're gonna feel it in your eyes and you're gonna start to tear up. But was not a bad pain experience, so happy I went and got that done. So all in all, my piercings did not hurt that much from in my face, and I actually plan to get about 9 more in my ears and then I'll be done. But yeah, I love my ears. I plan on getting some forward helixes, a couple more of my lobes, my tragus, and a couple more of my lobes over here. So yeah, next piercing is actually my belly button. I got my belly button done less than a month ago. It was about 2 weeks ago, and honestly that it hurt. It hurt. It was not a fun piercing, and I didn't enjoy it. I don't enjoy the healing process either. All of these were pretty easy to heal, but I'll get to that later. But this one hurt like a motherfucker, but she got it done pretty fast. My piercer is pretty fast, so it wasn't that horrible, but it definitely hurt. And after that, I was like sitting in the movie theater with like really tight jeans on, and it was like rubbing, and it was just a bad experience. So if you ever go to get your belly button pierced, don't wear jeans, wear sweats or leggings, because no, it hurts bad. But get something loose, wear something loose, and make sure you're taking really good care of it, because belly buttons are healers, so keep that in mind. That's my belly button close up and personal. As you guys can tell, it's a little red and still healing, but it's not horrible anymore. Yeah, but it's cute. I love it. That's like my second most painful, next to my industrial piercing was my belly button, and I can't wait to get cuter jewelry in it, just because I hate that and it kind of snags at the top on everything. But it is what it is. Just be careful. Make sure you're wearing looser clothes most of the time so it isn't snagging on anything, because it could hurt like a bitch if you're ever ripped out. Just keep that in mind. The next thing I got was, I know this is a little bit more controversial, but it's my body and I enjoy it, and I've wanted them for years, so I got it done. I actually got my boobs pierced, so I really enjoy these. I think it helps a little bit if you have like boob confidence, because I have smaller boobs and I always have, and I've always wanted bigger boobs, but you can't always get what you want. So I ended up getting these done, and I'm super glad I did, because honestly it's been like a big confidence boost to me for some reason, even though you can't tell I have them sometimes depending on what I'm wearing. Super big confidence boost, and I love them, so it was worth it to me. If you guys don't want them, no one's forcing you to get them. But yeah, I really love these, and they weren't bad, okay? So I know a lot of people that have them and that said it was a horrible pain, and that they felt like their nipples were cut off for like 2 weeks, but honestly it wasn't like that for me. The first one went in, and that one hurt so bad. Like I flinched, I was like, ow, shit, and my piercer was like, yeah, shit, like it hurt bad. But then the second one went in like pro, and we were fine to go. So it was like that. And on top of it, it was kind of cold out that day, and I didn't want to wear a bra afterwards, so it kind of like, it wasn't that comfortable after I first got them pierced. But keep that in mind. That's probably going to happen if you decide not to wear a bra and it's a little nippy out, if you catch my drift. But super glad I got them done. If you're looking into getting them done, honestly just go and do it. I know the pain, the fear of the pain is a lot to take in, but it is honestly so worth it. So if you want to get any of these piercings done, just go for it, because honestly at the end of the day, it's your body, it's your choice, and you know you only live once, so just go out and do it, and I'm sure you'll be happy you did. I got her same name tattoo and piercing, so I got this tattoo, and this is my serendipity tattoo. I'll show you guys real fast. I really like the placement of it. I don't know why I like that it's going down, because depending on how you tilt your hand, it looks different, and I like how it moves like that. But just says serendipity in a little cool cute font. I will be adding more to this eventually. I think I want to do something like with a palm tree, but not too sure yet. This one did not hurt that bad. It wasn't fun. When you go into the piercing place and they do a tattoo on you, it definitely feels like it's a lot bigger than it is, just because of the pain, but it was totally tolerable. I just laid there, I got a little sweaty, but it was fine. And that was my first tattoo experience, and we did it on the limb. We didn't make an appointment. We were walk-ins, and the guy was cool, he was chill, he was quiet, he was high, but he got it done, so it was all good. It was all good. I definitely recommend you do a little bit of research though before you walk into somewhere. That day we definitely like went and seen reviews and whatnot, and looked at all the tattoo artists' work through Facebook, and just called them real fast and was like, hey, can you get me in? And they were like, yeah. And so my friend and I went, got this done, and she got a little dachshund right here on her rib cage, which is really cute. But all in all, this tattoo took me about 7 minutes tops, to the time it took to put the stencil on to the time it actually took finishing up the ink. So yeah, wasn't a bad tattoo. If you want to get one on your forearm, it's probably one of the least painful places, so I recommend this one first, or one of your first if you haven't had one yet. Okay, on to my very last tattoo as of right now. So a lot of people ask about this one, and I love this one. This one is like my pride and joy. I am obsessed with it. I am so happy I got it done. I was definitely freaking out the day of and when we were in the actual tattoo place. Mind you, I got it done at the same place as this one, just from a different artist. But the guy was really nice. He was really cool. I loved him. He was super nice and he talked a lot and made me feel super comfortable while we were actually under the pen. So super cool. And it hurt like a bitch, but it was so worth it. And all in all, it took about an hour to do, from the time I walked in to stenciling to getting the paperwork ready, all that not so fun stuff. It took about an hour, but the tattoo itself took 25 to 30 minutes tops and he was done. And he honestly told me it was going to take an hour just to do the tattoo, but when it came down to it, it took like half the time. And it wasn't a horrible pain. Like, it hurt like a bitch up like closer here under my boob, but anything below that, like, it did not hurt at all. So super easy tattoo to do. If you're thinking about getting one on your sternum or your rib cage, I highly recommend you do it, just because it's worth it and they're cute and I love the way they look. So yeah, and I'll definitely be expanding this one here, probably a quote under here or whatnot, and then maybe just a little bit more dangly accents down my rib cage too. But yeah, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you guys this tattoo. So this is my tattoo. It's a lotus flower and it has that dangly accent right there, some extra ones in there, and that dot work. And the dot work was the easiest part of it all, obviously, but like I said, it hurt up around here. Right in here hurt pretty bad, but once he got to like the dot work and down here, it did not hurt at all. So super worth it, and it didn't take that much time. So yeah, those are all of my tattoos and piercings. I will definitely be getting a lot more tattoos. I hope to be getting at least 6 more, and I kind of have them all planned out. Don't know when I'm going to get them yet, but I have them planned out. And then, like I said, about 7 to 9 more piercings. So yeah, my next thing, so I'm gonna go over pricing on all of them for you guys. Like I said earlier, this one was $160. I paid about $60 for this one. I paid $50 for this one, so this was $35 plus a $15 tip, which is fine. $40 plus $20 tip for that one. The tip was super expensive on this one. Like, honestly, everything would have cost me about like $120, but I tipped him $40 just because, yeah, I wanted to do at least 20%, so that's what I did. My tattoo right here, this one cost me $80, $60 plus the tip, which honestly is not that horrible. My belly button cost me, how much did that one cost? I want to say that one cost like $70 or $80. Yeah, I think it was like $45. And I probably tipped like 15 or 20, so it was probably about 65 bucks for my belly button. My nipples cost me $90, $70 plus $20 tip. And my sternum cost me $150. So it was $120 and I tipped him $30. Yeah. Yep, that was that. $120 and I tipped him $30. So that was all of my tattoos pricings and pain and experience. When you are finding a tattoo or piercing place, make sure you definitely do your research. Look at reviews, look at their artwork, look at the work they've done in the past if they're just piercing places. Look up their pricing. Call them if you feel more comfortable actually talking to a piercer before you go and do it. Just do your research and make sure you are fully capable of taking care of your piercings and your tattoos after they are finished, and you have a moderate to high pain tolerance, just because they can hurt pretty bad, especially depending on where you get them. So be careful when it comes to that kind of thing. But if you do your research and you feel comfortable and you know what you want, honestly it should be no big deal. And you actually do your aftercare. It shouldn't be like a big deal at all. You can get in, get out, and be super happy you got that done. And the pain is so worth it, and it's totally temporary, especially for piercings. Like, once it's over, it's done. It doesn't hurt afterwards. It can be a little bit sore and it can be a little bit uncomfortable, but it does not hurt. Tattoos, on the other hand, can be a little bit itchy and uncomfortable, but they don't hurt after everything's said and done. So I'm going to talk about aftercare for your piercings. Piercings, I always do about 1/4 teaspoon of non-iodized salt and half a cup to a cup of water depending on what it is, and I just clean up all of them with a Q-tip and I make sure I pay really close attention to it. So when I'm doing it, I just go in, clean it with the Q-tip. I do that about 2 or 3 times through 3 different Q-tips, if that makes sense. For my nipples and my belly button, it was a little bit different. You have to soak them, and I recommend you soaking them twice a day. If you can't soak them twice a day, you can get away with soaking it once a day and cleaning it the other time with a Q-tip, but highly recommend soaking twice a day for 15 to 30 minutes. And that's good because it can be like a whole TV show. Just lay down, put on your cups, and soak it out. But that'll ensure they don't get infected or anything and they stay clean. So yeah, that's super easy for piercings, and you only have to do that for about 2 to 3 months depending on what you get pierced. Next, I'm going to introduce you to your best friends if you ever get a tattoo. So the first thing you're going to want is dial soap. This one is in the actual hard soap form, but you can get the gold dial soap in liquid form, but I just got it in this because it was cheap and it was easy to find. But yeah, just go ahead and, like for this one, I just rub it on super gently when I first got it done. Rub it on, and you're gonna rinse it for twice as long as you washed it, just to make sure all that soap residue is off your body before you go ahead and put Aquaphor on it. And Aquaphor is a good healing agent, but you want to make sure when you're doing it you don't have a lot on the actual tattoo itself. I just would usually take a little bit, like honestly about that much for this little piercing or this little tattoo, and I would take about that much. I just do a thin layer over all of it. It's still giving it the chance to breathe, but it is going to be covered from any type of harsh environment things you go through throughout the day. So yeah, super easy cleaning care. You do this one time at night and one time in the morning when you first wake up. Super easy to do, I think. If you care for your tattoos and your piercings correctly, they will stay forever, they will be beautiful, and they will heal perfectly. So yeah, that has been my tattoo and piercing experience. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you guys want to see another one when I get a little bit more tattoos and piercings, let me know and I'd be happy to make this. If you guys had any other questions revolving around them, please let me know and I'd be happy to answer them down below. Love you guys so much. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter because I post things there, and that's usually where you can find what I'm up to on a daily basis. So yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.